Great Lakes is actually the first premier management institute which was established in Chennai. Great Lakes was established in 2004 by Dr. Balachandran. Great Lakes was the first domestic institute to start with purely a one-year MBA program, which was and which still is the flagship program. When the lockdown happened, it was at a very delicate time for us, to put it mildly, because the lockdown happened around a week before the academic year was supposed to end. We, in a hurried fashion, we did shut down the campus, send students home, and at the same time, we started proactively thinking as to how do you complete the academic year for the students for whom only 1 week or one set of exams were left. The biggest concern that we had was that the students would be in their own homes, which will be at different locations, different connectivity, and so on. 420 people are logging in at different speeds from different locations into the LMS and trying to complete an exam. And of course, the second issue, of course, was the issue of supervision. So basically, it was an exam from home, but sight unseen, in the sense, we really couldn't see them. Purely from the point of view of the transparency of the exam in terms of verifiability, it was an issue. We started looking for an evaluation system which could basically allow online supervision and, more importantly, online visual supervision. We were focusing on a system which will be able to handle this kind of remote examination as well as monitoring from both the ends. So we evaluated a few products, through a committee of faculty as well as controller of examination. That's how we actually settled on Mettl. First of all, when you look at the system, it's not a bandwidth hogger. It's frugal enough. It's a system which forces the student to be on screen because, like I said, we had a class strength of 420 people. So obviously, you could not have 420 individual proctors at our end. So obviously, we needed also a system where it was possible to have examination supervisors who could do multiple candidate supervision at each end. So these were some of the features of Mettl which really interested us. Which we found were missing in other systems that we had developed. A couple of things about Mettl which were user-friendly. One was the ability to have an extended login window. What we found, which was a very user-friendly and extraordinary feature of Mettl, was for some reason if the student got logged off, right, it had an internal clock system where it would stop the exam at that point so that the student does not lose time, in the sense that, and you can restart the clock when the student logs back in. For us, the biggest productivity gain was once we were allowed to start online classes, the switchover was absolutely seamless, almost uneventful. I think it was a wonderful experience for us. It's possible for us to have online examinations using Mettl, even when the government allowed us to open the campuses for face-to-face teaching, and still we kept on continuing using Mettl. Some of the checks and balances which are built into Mettl, the use of the secure web browser, the built-in calculators inside Mettl, all of this basically makes it for us great cheerleader for Mettl. Everything is online, it's on the cloud. Our ability to reduce our carbon footprint in terms of the usage of paper. If you ask me as a faculty, I think I'm quite convinced that I'm very comfortable with, keep on using Mettl in an online, irrespective of whether the students are on campus face to face or not. Mettl has provided us with a very, very acceptable alternative, to the traditional paper pencil way of taking exams, without losing any of the functionality or academic rigor.